Hello, welcome to the sleepover. I have a reading update for you. Excuse me, ma'am. Please don't eat my Christmas tree. Ma'am. Hey, what's up? My name's Alea. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. So today is going to be day 3 of Bookmas, and we're going to be doing something that I haven't done before on my channel, and it's called the Ultimate Bookish Video. So basically we're going to be going book shopping, and I think we're going to go to my local used bookstore and maybe also an indie bookstore, and then we're also going to go on a coffee shop date and do some reading, and I'm just going to mood read some books. We're going to go buy some books, we're gonna do a little book haul, and we're just gonna hang out. So the books I kind of want to read in this vlog are Leather and Lark, which is the sequel to Butcher and Blackbird. This is a serial killer romance, and it's following the brother and the best friend from book 1, and I'm really excited about that. And then I also have a Christmas book that I got during my TBR game. I think I also rolled this one during my TBR game too. And this one's called How My Neighbor Stole Christmas. So this is like a kind of a spin-off of the Grinch story, but it's super chunky. So I don't think I'm probably going to get very far into this today, but I do want to give it a go and just see what I think. And then the last one I'm kind of thinking about starting is Aurora Rising. So this is the first in a YA sci-fi trilogy that came out a long time ago. I own the whole trilogy and I never finished it. I only read books 1 and 2, and I know Jay Kristoff is one of the co-authors on this, and he's a crusty turd and we don't like him, but I have been thinking about this book for some reason, and I kind of want to finish out the trilogy, and I haven't read this in a super long time, so it might be hot monkey garbage, I don't know, but I kind of want to read some sci-fi, and I haven't read like old school YA sci-fi in a really long time, so that's kind of like the little TBR I'm looking at for today. So without any further ado, let's go to a coffee shop. Hey, is there a little Pookie in my Christmas tree? Excuse me, ma'am. Please don't eat my Christmas tree. Ma'am. Please don't eat my Christmas tree. Hello, welcome to the sleepover. I have a reading update for you. So I started Leather and Lark while you were at the coffee shop, as you saw, and I basically read like the first couple chapters, and so I'm not very far in yet, but it opens with our main character Lark, and she has strapped some fireworks to her boyfriend's nether region, and they're out in the middle of a forest, and she is basically about to blow him up with fireworks because she found out that he cheated on her while she was out of town, and he slept with another woman in their bed. And after she found out that he cheated on her, she stole his phone and went through all of his messages, and she figured out that he's actually like a really creepy predator guy, and he's been like sending inappropriate messages to underage girls, and she's like totally pissed. And as she's like getting ready to kill him, she's thinking about this art professor guy that she had in college who basically preyed on her and her best friend Salone. And after that, she basically made a vow that she's not going to put up with any more like creepy predatory men. And if she runs into any, she's going to take them out before they have the chance to hurt any other women. And basically she like feels really bad that Salone like took out the professor guy, because she feels like she should have been the one to kill him because he's basically messed with her more than Salone. And it sounds like that whole encounter with the professor is like the reason why Salone and Lark are both killers now, which is interesting. And also, going into this, I didn't realize that Lark was a serial killer at all, because in book 1, it talked about her. I'm not done with book 1. I still haven't read like the end yet, but I wanted to start this one anyways because it sounds really good, and I've been seeing a lot of people say that this is like one of their best books of 2024. Anyways, so where I'm at in Butcher and Blackbird, it doesn't say that Lark is a killer. It just says that, like, she and Sloane are friends, and there's, like, instances where, like, they're talking on the phone to each other and stuff like that. But Sloane kind of made it sound like she was the serial killer and Lark was more innocent than her. But that doesn't seem to be the case, because already in the prologue and the first chapter, Lark has already killed 2 guys, because chapter 1 opens with her drowning a guy in his car in the middle of a reservoir, and then calling her dad because she isn't sure how she's gonna, like, hide the evidence because the body is in the car at the bottom of the reservoir now. And that's a problem. So anyways, it's very action-packed so far. I really like Lark. She's very, like, snarky and she doesn't put up with bullshit, and I appreciate that. And I also am excited to see what happens with Lachlan, the love interest guy in here, because I really liked him in book 1. I thought he was, like, really broody and kind of interesting. So anyways, I'm enjoying this so far, and I'm excited to continue with this. So I think tomorrow morning we're going to go to my local used bookstore, and we're going to see what they have, if they have anything good. And so I think we're going to do that, and then I'll probably update you tomorrow with a little book haul. Okay, I know I said I'm going to bed, but just kidding. I read a little bit more, and I hadn't gotten to the meat and potatoes of Lark and her dad's phone call conversation. And basically she doesn't say that she killed somebody, but it's like he knows she's a killer. And she basically says, I need somebody to help clean up this whole situation with the dead guy in the car that just sank into the water. And he's like, okay, I know some people, I'll give you their number, but, like, be careful and don't tell them what your name is because they're, like, really dangerous people. And she's like, okay, cool. And so she calls the line, and the lady on the phone asks if she's injured, and she asks how many people are dead, and she asks if there's any special requests to facilitate cleanup, like it's the most normal thing in the world to, like, cover up a murder. So I don't know what Lark's dad is into, but he obviously knows she's a serial killer, and he's obviously helped her in these instances before with covering it up, and he obviously has some, like, seedy connections himself. So that's interesting. And with that, it's very late, and I'm going to go to bed for real. Hi. What are you doing?
Vlogging.
With the heater on?
Cat vlog.
Oh my god, the audio on that's gonna be awful.
Mr. Rigby, what do you have to say? What do you have to say to the people? What's up, Grinch?
What's up, Beach?
What are you doing?
I'm editing and reading, kind of, only a little bit.
What you reading?
I'm reading about serial killers.
What time is it?
It's 11:30 at night.
What day is today?
It's Sunday night. I have to work tomorrow, early in the morning.
It's a good time. It's a good thing you're a full-time YouTuber and you don't have to wake up really early tomorrow on Monday.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
What's that? A squishmallow? What are those little marks?
Nothing, darling. Why do you ask?
Mr. Rigby.
Yeah.
I'm having fun vlogging.
Oh my god.
I'm over here.
Hello, so we're back from book shopping. So we went to our local used bookstore and also the indie bookstore, and I have some books to show you. So let's do a little book haul. So the first couple of books I got were from the used bookstore. So I got Lost at Sea by Brian Lee O'Malley. So this is a little like black and white graphic novel, and I think it's middle grade. It looks like a little sad girl book. Basically, it's following this girl who's 18 and she has no idea what she's doing. She's confused and she's like struggling, basically. And it's just about her. And I really like the art style. It's kind of cool, kind of funky. And sometimes you just gotta read a little sad girl book, you know what I mean? So I'm excited about this. And then I also got another one that I think is also kind of graphic novel adjacent. So this is called The Agony House, and this is really cool. I love this cover. It's about a girl and her family who move into a haunted house. And yes, we have heard that synopsis 1,000 times, but what I liked about it is that there's some chapters that are like regular text, and then there's others that are in graphic novel format, and everything is like blue and white. And so I thought that was really unique because I don't think I've read a book like that before, where there's some chapters that are like a normal novel and then others that are a graphic novel within the same story. So anyways, I thought that was really cool. And it says a haunted house, a killer ghost, and a long lost comic come to life. Isn't that cool? Anyways, it looks really fun to me, and also the hardcover is printed on as well. So let me show you this. So this is the actual like naked hardcover with the house, and then it has this creepy dude on the back, and then this is the spine. Isn't that sick? Anyways, I thought it was really cool, so I picked it up. I never heard anybody talk about it, but I thought it would be a fun read for like fall Halloween time. And then the next one I got is called The Collectors, again, middle grade. The middle grade section at the used bookstore was popping off, so this is what we got. And I picked this one up because I liked the like snowy wintry vibes in the cover. I don't think I have a lot of books that are set in the winter. And then I also saw this. Hello? Who is she? We love a crusty ghost cat. A ghost, a cat, a raccoon. You know, it's hard to say. But I thought that was a little weird thing on the front, and I love little weird shit. So, anyways, this is a middle grade fantasy, I think. The synopsis says that it's about wishes and how there's like this magic in this world around wishes, and then there's also something dark that's living at the bottom of a well, and it's some kind of like ancient creature who eats wishes. And I think this kid makes a wish, and then his wish like becomes real, and I thought that sounded really cool. I haven't really read a story that has like wish magic before, if that makes sense, and this little guy really got me. And then I also have a couple that I got for Christmas. So I got A Sunny Place for Shady People. So this is one that I almost bought when I was in Minnesota at the bookstore, but adult hardcovers are getting really pricey. So I was like, you know what, I'll just wait. And then I ended up getting it for Christmas, and I'm really excited. So this is a collection of short stories. And it says it's a diabolical collection of stories featuring achingly human characters whose lives intertwine with ghosts, goblins, and the macabre. And I believe all the stories in here are by Mariana Enriquez, who also wrote Our Share of Night, which was a really chunky horror that I heard like kind of mixed things about, but I was also really interested in that. So I've been wanting to try this author out for a while, and I'm just really excited. I kind of want to go into this one blind as well, so I don't want to know too much about it. But the synopsis says, welcome to Argentina in the fascinating, frightening, fantastical imagination of Mariana Enriquez. In 12 spellbinding new stories, Enriquez writes about ordinary people, especially women, whose lives turn inside out when they encounter terror, the surreal, or the supernatural. A neighborhood nuisanced by ghosts, a family whose faces melt away, a faded hotel haunted by a girl who dissolved in the water tank on the roof, a riverbank populated by birds that used to be women. These and other tales illuminate the shadows of contemporary life where the line between good and evil no longer exists. Doesn't that sound cool? Also, I love that there's a lot of women in the story. Fabulous. Looking forward to it. And then I also got Thistlefoot for Christmas. So this is on my 25 and 2025 list. And this is by Jenna Rose Nethercott, who I read her short story collection earlier this year and really liked it. And so I am really excited to get to this. I think it's like a Baba Yaga retelling with like the House of Chicken Legs. On the back it says, the Yaga siblings, a young woodworker and a warfaring street performer and con artist, have been estranged for years. However, when they learn that they are to receive an inheritance, they agree to meet, only to discover that their bequest isn't land or money, but something far stranger, a sentient house on chicken legs. Thistlefoot, as the house is called, has arrived from the Yaga's ancestral home in Eastern Europe, but not alone. A sinister figure known only as the Long Shadow Man has tracked it to the American shores, bearing with him violent secrets from the past, fiery memories that have hidden in Isaac and Valentine's blood for generations. As the Yaga siblings embark with Thistlefoot on a final cross-country tour of their family's traveling theater show, the Long Shadow Man follows in relentless pursuit, seeding destruction in his wake. Ultimately, time, magic, and legacy must collide, erupting in a powerful conflagration to determine who gets to remember the past and craft a new future. Ooh, fun. Obsessed with the fact that the house traveled from Europe to the Americas? What? Cool. Excited to get to this. I think it's going to be really good. I think it's adult. I don't think it's YA. I think it's like an adult fantasy. But I don't know. We'll see. Want to go in blind? Also, the art style on these little siblings is really funny to me. And then the last one I have is one that I got from the indie bookstore today. And it's called Off Menu. So this is a little graphic novel. And it looks gay, and it looks like it's got baking and monsters, and those are all things I love. And look at this little art style. Let's take a minute for her. Stunning. Also, I really like the colors in here. It just looks really cute. I also just really like graphic novels, and I haven't been reading as many of them lately, so this is really pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? It looks very like fall and autumnal. There's also some pages in here that have like little magic creatures and stuff, and I'm excited about that because I'm not sure if this is like a monster story or if there's just like creatures who have some like animal ears and different things like that, but it's kind of cool. Also, I really like that not all the pictures are like in a graphic novel square. There's like different spreads that have like unique layouts, and I love that. Let me show you. There's one page in particular that really like sold me on this. This one. Look at this double spread. Hello? This is so stunning. And there's this little, do you see that bear? He's got like horns. What? He's got horns, and it's cool. Anyways, I'm really excited. Also, the back has little like dirty dishes because there's like a lot of baking and stuff in here. Let's see if I can show you. Cute. Okay, let's read the synopsis together, folks. It says, Soup loves cooking, especially with her wonderful coworkers at the Brazen Manticore, but when her toxic boss threatens to destroy the community she has worked so hard to build, she challenges him the only way she knows how, with a cooking competition. Ooh, fun. Okay, magic, cooking competition, paranormal entities, baking. We love to see it. I'm really excited about this. I'm kind of thinking about maybe starting this in this vlog just because I'm in the mood for like a short book, and also I really want to read a graphic novel. I miss reading them, and they're so fun. And we're kind of at that weird point at the end of the year where like I'm doing all of my like end of year videos and stuff, and so I don't really want to be like starting more novels than the ones I already was talking about in this vlog so far. So I feel like jumpstarting the year with like finishing a graphic novel would be really nice. So I think I might start this tonight. And then I also have a little reading update for you. So I read some more of Leather and Lark. I'm still not very far in, but it's really good so far. So basically I think we left off with Lark calling her dad to send like the cleaners or whatever to come in, clean up the car with the dead body in it that was in the reservoir from the guy she killed. Well, so get this. So the cleaner guys or whatever show up, and the main guy is our main guy, Lachlan, the love interest, and he's like in a full wetsuit. She can't like see his face or anything, but he and Lark have like really good banter from the jump. Like he shows up and you can tell he's really like surly and grumpy and stuff, and he also just like hates his job of like cleaning up after these dumb people who kill others on accident or whatever, or sometimes on purpose. And so he only gives her like one word responses and stuff, but he's kind of like protective of her as well. And he also has a partner who's like coming to help him clean up stuff. So he and Lark have this like banter going on, and since he's in a wetsuit, she calls him what does she call him? Man, yeah, she calls him Batman just because he's in like the funny outfit or whatever. Oh my god. And he calls her Blunder Barbie because she's dressed up weird because it's Halloween when she kills this dude. And turns out the creepy guy she killed in the car accident thing was this creepy pervert professor that her friend told her about. And so she went to the college campus on Halloween because she knew she could like slip in. And so she slipped in and found the guy. And so she dressed up like Harley Quinn and got all done up in like weird pigtails and Halloween makeup and stuff to go and like seduce this guy and take him out. And she did, but now she's like at the crime scene, she's got a concussion, she's like talking to Lachlan, and he's really like gruff with her and stuff, and she's still in like her crazy makeup, and she's got a gash on her head, she's just like a mess. But as it turns out, Lachlan is like a cover-up cleaner guy or whatever, and he puts her in his trunk to get her out of the crime scene scenario. And you can tell she has like really bad PTSD from the creepy predator guy that she had that incident with when she was in college. And so she starts like freaking out about being put in a trunk and stuff. So it's a very like odd meet cute situation we've got going on here. But they're very funny together, and you can tell like he's a big guy and he's really muscular, and so she's like, oh, he's kind of hot, and she's in this like skimpy outfit and stuff. So just like an interesting beginning to the relationship. So I'm really excited. I'm at a really good point with this, and I also realized that her dad doesn't know that she's a killer. So I guess her family just thinks she's like, I don't know, a chaos goblin. And so she gets into these scenarios and they help her like clean it up or whatever, but they don't realize that she's like killing these guys on purpose. He thinks that she just like had a car accident and accidentally like ran a guy off the road or whatever. What? Anyways, interesting. Also, she said her family's also not like squeaky clean either, and I think that they have like money, so I think it's more like they're protecting their reputation kind of a thing by covering for her. But anyways, interesting stuff. Excited to continue with this, excited to start this. So I'm gonna read some more tonight, and I will give you an update later on. This vlog, same outfit, same position, different night. So I read all of Off Menu, the little graphic novel that we got from the indie bookstore, and I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I liked it, but I wasn't totally in love with it. So we're following our main character, Soup, and she works at this restaurant, and the owner of the restaurant, her boss guy, is like really toxic and weird, and he treats his employees really poorly, and he's really shady, and he's basically like got the whole town in the palm of his hand, and he's made it so that all the other really good chefs in the city aren't able to like have restaurants and stuff, because he's gotten people to like deny them rental places and stuff. So all the other chefs have to like cook and sell their food at this farmer's market kind of place, and he's trying to shut down the market, and he's just like really shady and mean and stuff. And so our main character, Soup, is kind of in a weird position because she doesn't really know anything about her origins or like her parents. She was found by the cooks at this evil guy's restaurant one day, and somebody had just abandoned her as a baby inside one of their giant soup pots. And so basically the other chefs at the restaurant kind of like took her in, and so did the head chef guy, and basically like let her live at the restaurant and like taught her how to cook and stuff. So this whole restaurant and like all the other employees who work there are really like the only family and the only home that she's ever known. And so she doesn't want to go against the boss guy, but she's hearing more and more like shady stories about him. And then one day he like goes off the handle at her in front of the other chefs at the kitchen, and she realizes that like it's really bad and toxic, and like they need to do something about it because he's starting to like take over the town, basically. And so she and her friend kind of team up to figure out how to take the chef guy down. And our main character, Soup, challenges him to like a cooking competition, very much like Great British Baking Show-esque. And so they have this big cooking showdown in front of the whole town, and whoever wins gets everything. Gets the restaurant, gets to decide what happens with the market, and the whole thing. And anyways, there's some like magical fae in here as well. The art is really beautiful, and that was like my favorite part of it. It's very pretty, and I also really love all of the scenes of our main character Soup cooking, because it's so pretty just to like see her in her element, like doing her thing during the cooking competition and stuff. Very cool. Also, she has a little, kind of like a little familiar, and it's this little guy on the spine, if you can see that, the little blue guy. Basically, he's a little like dishwasher elemental, and he's so cute, and he like sits on her shoulder and stuff through the whole book and is like her little best buddy, and he's super cute. This is him being a little cutie with his little bubbles. Anyways, so stunning art, very like cozy fantasy vibes, and if you're into books about like cooking and baking and stuff, this is definitely for you. Also, the main character, it doesn't say that she's queer, but like the vibes are queer, you know what I mean? So I liked that. I like the vibes. I like that there's some characters in here that are like humanoid, and then there's some that are like the ogre guy who's one of the chefs, and like the main chef guy, he's like a elf. So there's different creatures in here and stuff too. So I would give it a 3. I thought it was fun. I liked the found family elements in here, and I liked seeing all the chefs and the cooking, and the art is stunning. But some of the dialogue was like a little bit cringy at times, and this is young adult, so I think that was part of it for me. Like, I think if it was written for adults, like an adult cozy fantasy, it probably would have been better for me. But anyways, I thought that it was good. I thought it was cute, so I like it. I think if you like Garlic and the Witch, Garlic and the Vampire, like those kind of cozy ones, or if you liked mooncakes, then you might like this. I feel like this is mostly similar to mooncakes in terms of like the art style. So anyways, I liked this, and then I also have been reading some more of Leather and Lark. So I still am not that far in. I'm like 70 pages, and basically Lark and Lachlan have now met outside of their like initial meeting thing where they didn't really know who the other one was, but they had like good banter and stuff, and they end up like flirting with each other and like making out. And then afterwards, Lark realizes who he is, and then she's pissed at him. And so basically she's like, okay, I'm gonna play nice with you because you're my best friend's like about to be brother-in-law, and you know, I really care about her and I really care about Rowan, so I'm gonna be nice, but like I'm not gonna talk to you, like I'm giving you the silent treatment. And so that's what we're at right now, and he's like super down bad for her. Like as soon as he sees her, he's like, oh, she's the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. But he doesn't recognize her because the night that they originally met on Halloween, she was dressed up like Harley Quinn and had like makeup on and a wig and stuff. And so he's like salty, but he's not really mad at her. Like she's mad at him, you know? So I do think it might be a little bit of like a hate to love thing, but he's already like super down bad. So I don't know, kind of one-sided. But the other thing that's really creepy in here, it's really creeping me out, is that there's some chapters from somebody called the Phantom. Oh my god, sorry if you hear that. Nellie's got the crazy zoomies. She's trying to climb the curtains and be a crackhead. Anyway, so there's this creepy dude called the Phantom that's trying to come after Lark and Lachlan, because it seems like he's trying to get revenge on Salone and Rowan, and he basically breaks into Salone and Rowan's apartment without them knowing when nobody's there. And he says that he's been like watching them and stuff, which is super creepy. And he saw the night that Lachlan and Lark like made out on the balcony at Rowan and Salone's place. And so it seems like he's gonna try and kill Lark or like hurt her or something and like blame it on Lachlan so that everybody in the family will like hate him. And that's how he's gonna try and like break up their family. I don't know who he is or like what Rowan and Salone did to him, but it sounds like maybe they took out somebody that he cared about or something like that. I don't know. But he's super creepy, and it creeps me out more because he's like deeply religious, and so he's talking about how he's like doing God's work or whatever while he's like talking about trying to like destroy their whole family. Oh my god, it's awful. Anyways, so he's super creepy. So we have like the occasional chapter from his POV, and it makes my skin crawl, and I dislike it immensely. But overall, I'm loving this book so far. Lachlan and Lark have insane chemistry, and I'm obsessed with them already. So I think I'm going to leave this vlog here for now because I have been reading a couple books. I did read all of this. I know I said I was going to read a couple other things, but I'm more in the mood for like smut and graphic novels than I am for like sci-fi or like any big chunky books right now. So I think I'm going to leave it here. If you made it to the end of this video, leave me a little croissant emoji for off the menu, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!